Alright, let's continue. And we'll just do all of Hilda's right now. Marianne first.
I know you're a clever girl, Hilda.
What?
You just had some bad luck this time.
I'm going to assume Judith is playable, just they're waiting for the right moment. Because getting Holston and Judith at the same time might be a little overwhelming. Okay? But you can't have Judith. The main reason I want Judith playable is because I want supports and but supports with Judith gives us more information into her, and she also has ties to Ingrid. Like there's so many things that I want to know about Judith that supports would help with, you know? Anyways.
But even if you delegate the job to another, the ultimate responsibility still lies with you. So you need to be careful.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry.
Wait, what happened? She gave it to Marianne.
Then take that responsibility and finish this. Though this much is going to be difficult alone. Ah, Marianne, come here.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Of course. What do you need?
Why is she getting roped into this? And by the way, just gonna...
I want you to help Hilda.
Hilda didn't even say anything this time.
Alright. I can do that.
Thank you. Now get to it, you two.
But what is it? What are we doing?
Boy, you really blew it this time, Hilda. This isn't like you at all. Sorry you got dragged into this, Marianne.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that too. Marianne just mind her own business.
No, it's alright. So, what should I do? Could I ask you to organize all the weapons and armor here by type?
I mean, it does make sense to delegate that, but I need more details before I can make a decision.
I'm going to start with separating the useful stuff from the broken stuff. I was apparently supposed to put each category of item into a different box and take them all to storage.
You were?
But the message got lost somewhere along the way, which is why everything's now in this giant pile.
Oh, so it wasn't your fault. Wait. You lost. You just had some bad luck, but even if you delegate the job to another, the ultimate... Oh, so she hadn't. Oh, okay, so she didn't give it to somebody else and they messed up. Something else happened and... Well, that's not fair.
I understand.
I mean, I guess you do gotta... Like, who was the person that messed up the message? They should help.
How are you doing over there, Marianne? What the... This is even worse than before!
And yeah, see, I remembered that. Marianne's not good with this kind of stuff.
Yes, I'm sorry. I tried to be very specific with how I separated things, but it got a bit out of hand.
Hilda, Marianne.
Oh no.
I'm coming to check on your progress, and I had better be impressed.
Like, she's like the mom. Like, you can't have Judith not in support. Well, this doesn't count, game. All right, this does not count.
Oh shoot, she's coming! Quick, shove all of this stuff under a rug or something.
Yep, this is a mother-daughter relationship. I like this.
Ladies, correct me if my eyes are mistaken, but this is in even worse shape than when I first left.
Wait, was this support locked? I'm just now realizing it because the only possible way for this to happen is Judith has to be here. Interesting. And I also am realizing Judith is like the only person who can tell them to do this. Well, female-wise in the camp.
I'm sorry, Judith. It's all my fault. I had everything arranged just like you wanted, but then, whoops, I tripped and crashed into the pile and everything sort of went everywhere.
I see you, Hilda. I see you.
I see. Hilda, when I told you to take responsibility for your tasks, I didn't mean you had to burden yourself with absolutely everything.
She's just looking out for her friend.
Right, got it. I'll definitely be more careful.
Oh, I thought Judith caught on.
Well, why don't the two of you take a short break? This mess clearly isn't going anywhere.
Can I get some help?
I'm so sorry, Hilda. This is all my fault. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's actually my fault in the first place, you know? Come on, let's go take that break. I need a cup of tea in a bad way.
In a bad way.
All right. Thank you, Hilda.
Oh no, I like that. I like that. If Judith was playable, I wouldn't be salty about anything. But now you know what I'm worried about? And maybe I shouldn't be now that I have that support. Since she's not playable, yeah, let's just get all our cards on the table, shall we? I don't know how they're going to do this route. Yeah. I know I'm kind of talking midway a lot. And maybe, no, I'm not going to do any timestamps. I want to talk to you all as well, you know? So as you all know, I've started Fire Emblem Three Houses with a Golden Deer, but not just that. They were also my Permadeath team. When I left the Golden Deer route, I mentally prepared myself that I would have to probably take out at least Claude and Hilda, right? And I would no longer be able to get all of them through a route. Which is why when I got to Dimitri's version of Deirdre, and I actually had to save Claude, Claude gave me his bow and then went on his way. I'm like, wait a minute, is it possible that I can get them through all the way? And then we got to Edelgard's, and well, people had kind of told me beforehand, but I got to spare him there as well. So for me, and you know, that's not the case with Dimitri, Edelgard, or even Rhea. All of them will die unavoidably in another route. So for me, literally, luckily, I chose the one team that I can actually manage to make it through all the routes with the entire team safe. So, and if you are thinking you have to kill Hilda in Edelgard's map, nah, I avoided her. You don't have to beat that map and kill Hilda. So, either way, so now my fear is back once again. Not only for the fact that they can die, because I've never seen Claude die. I've never seen Hilda die. You know, they've been invincible warriors for me, but also they now have the unique opportunity to take out somebody in the story. And I don't know if they'll do that, but Judith seems like if somebody that would happen to somebody, it could happen to her. And I was wondering if that's why they hadn't added her to the story. But since she is in support, I'm hoping that that's not the case. But they could always just lock out Hilda and Marianne's support from this point. Either way, just what I was thinking about. I guess, sheesh. Let's go to Leonie first.
Anyone here? Oh, Hilda. Perfect.
I am, aren't I?
What?
What do you need?
Okay. Alright, not gonna lie. That was nice.
I was thinking about getting another round of practice in, but I need a partner.
Yeah, that is perfect.
And here you stand. So what do you say?
What? But it's so late.
Yes, but I just thought up a fantastic move, and I need to try it out or I'll never be able to sleep.
Is it bow-based or lance-based?
Yeah, but I've already bathed, and I really don't want to get all sweaty and gross again.
Honestly, I feel that.
Wait, is that you? You smell amazing.
I know! I use floral oils.
That's actually something I was wondering about too. I was like, in this time period, how advanced is their hygiene?
I've got a whole bunch of them, and I mix and match based on the situation or just, you know, mood.
Wow, that's impressive.
I bet you're wondering why I'd go to all that trouble, right? Well, scent is very important.
Though in the battlefield, I don't think anybody will care.
One whiff of something nice can turn a person's entire day around.
But you are right. You are right.
I get that, but I don't really think it's for me.
And I also agree with that.
I'm always training or hunting or something, and the constant sweat would probably wash it right off.
Which is exactly why you should use floral scents. Then you'll smell like a delightful bouquet and not some kind of hog farmer.
No comment.
I mean, you're cute already, but you could be the whole package if you just leaned into it.
No comment. No comment. No, I have to comment. Yes, you're probably right, but let me retract that statement.
You think I'm cute? No one's ever said that to me before. Or anything even remotely like it, actually.
Yes, Leonie, you could have been an option. All you had to do was stop saying one word.
You know what? Let's just do it. Come to my tent. That's where I keep the stash.
I really don't think this is for me.
Oh, don't be silly. It is absolutely for you.
No, really. Besides, I have to go practice that move.
That is true. You do want to practice that move.
Well, too bad. But I'll come find you tomorrow, okay? Oh, this is so exciting.
You could do a trade. You help her, and she helps you.
Wait, I don't think I actually agreed to anything. Never mind. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yup, just a little bit of effort and she'll really be the whole package.
Which reminds me of another thing I was thinking. If Marianne would change later. Because I get that there's supposed to be her in-between phase, right? But clearly Marianne, I could easily see them making a change to where she smiles after her paralogue, if paralogues exist. Which they might not, but at the very least, I can't see them not including Marianne's relic. Or at least some of the relics gotta be here, or some of the other relics, like Lawrence's staff. If not for Lawrence, Lysithea, although I don't know how they would incorporate it. And then who else besides them? Oh, right. They technically only have 4. It's just Lysithea and Lawrence overlap, and Lysithea can get Catherine's if she wished. Either way. I guess, yeah, let's continue Leonie, then go to Raph.
I don't know about this. Did I use too much? I don't not like it, but I'm also not sure it smells good, exactly.
Hey, Leonie, what are you... Wait.
She tried it herself.
Oh, you wore the oil. You smell so good.
You know, that doesn't even go with my image of her, honestly.
It's amazing you noticed so quickly. Still, it smells different from the one you were wearing the other day.
Maybe it's more meant for... Yeah, maybe she did take appearance into account.
Did I do it right?
Oh, for sure. And yeah, that's a scent I whipped up specifically for you.
Dadgum, Hilda.
I mean, I could have just given you one of mine. But I knew there was a scent out there that would suit you perfectly.
You did!
So I tried all sorts of different things to make the perfect Eau de Leonie.
I gotta give you applause for that. I gotta give you applause for that. How much work did that take?
That's for you and only you. It's the only one like it in the entire world.
So, can you give me an idea?
That feels so... fancy.
It might be, shoot.
And while I appreciate all the trouble you went through to make it, I still don't think it's for me. I'm sorry. I feel so bad about all of this.
Well, it's good you be honest.
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, sure, it's the only one like it in the world, but it's not actually valuable or anything. I just wanted to put my heart into making something specifically for you.
Dang!
I think you're really special. So, I wanted you to have something special.
I don't want to say anything. No, I gotta say it. This could easily borderline on A-rank stuff. Yeah, actually, just friendship. Still, like, that's quite a thing to do.
Oh my god, gosh, it sounds like I'm proposing to you or
Okay.
something. Anyway, you get the idea, right?
So it wasn't just me.
Well, in that case, maybe I'll just wear it on special occasions.
Yeah, but I can't see you ever wearing a dress or anything.
That would be great. Oh, hey, there's actually something I've been wanting to try with my oils. Think you could help me out?
Lighting it on fire or something?
I can't very well say no after all that.
Yes! Okay, so here's the plan.
Oh no.
First, you and I each wear a different scent at the same time.
I was confusing her for Claude for a second there.
Then, when we're out together, they'll mix and create an even better scent.
Hilda does not belong on the battlefield. As weird as that is, I mean, she has the talent for it, sure, but sheesh. That's... She has many talents, I guess.
Huh. That's actually a pretty clever idea, Hilda.
I know, right?
Then again, I'm not sure how I feel about the idea of our scents intermingling.
Yo, what is this conversation? Hold up!
Then just don't think about it.
I did check the ranks are correct, right?
Too late. It's all I can think about now, and it definitely feels weird. Yep, weird's the word.
Uh-huh.
Well, now I feel weird. But you're still gonna help me out, right?
I'm gonna need to see somebody on the writing room, alright?
You know what? Sure. I'm kind of curious to see how all this plays out.
That was a B? You lying, game. You lying. But alright. Alright, fine. One, actually, what is Leonie's other one? Oh, Lawrence, okay. Yeah, then let's end off Hilda's with, Ref. Just one? Like, I'm also hesitant to say if Hilda's in the midst of her transition from being lazy or caring it for her friends, because that seems to be in full blown right now.
You really were
Full
incredible
bloom.
out there today, you know?
But Hilda's supports have been really good. So, is there anybody else I can... Well, I guess right now, why don't we go to Raph? Me and Raph, because he's the last one of the team I haven't seen our C rank with. And Claude's B rank... Ooh, Claude's B rank is locked. That doesn't mean... That could just mean plot reasons. I mean, it's Claude. But now they got me thinking.
Hey, I was wondering if I could ask you something. I heard that you don't have any parents. Is that right?
Yeah. The woman who raised me died, and I don't even know who my birth parents are.
I wonder if we'll meet them. Maybe not. Yo, don't... If Talus ended up being our father or something, that would be wild. But no, I don't think that would be the case. You know what? Let's not dwell on it too much.
That must be tough for you, huh?
Well, I mean, if I'm Grape, then...
Nah, it's okay. They all died a long time ago, so I don't feel sad or anything like that now. But I do wonder who I really am sometimes.
Yeah?
I don't have even the slightest memory of my birth parents.
Well, you might not know who you are, but you still work hard and you keep your chin up through it all. That makes you super strong in my book.
Well, thanks, Raph.
Hey, Raphael. Your parents are gone too, right?
Yeah, we gonna talk about that?
Yeah, both my mom and pa died in an accident.
An accident, huh?
Well, then you're just as strong as I am. You work harder than anyone I know, and you do it all with the biggest grin in the world.
Yeah, real talk. That's what made me realize Raph was much deeper than I gave him credit for. After hearing what happened to his parents.
Of course. It's easy when you love training as much as I do. Hey, I just realized something. We've sure got a lot in common.
Yeah, that we do, Raph.
Our parents aren't with us anymore. We're both commoners scraping our way through this war, and most importantly...
Training.
What can be more important than that?
Both of us have got some serious brawn.
I suppose.
I appreciate that, but our body types are completely different. Not sure this really counts as brawn.
Yeah, but great. You've seen the moves you've done, right?
Sure, you're a little scrawnier than me, and maybe a lot smarter. But you know, my brain's been getting a constant workout ever since we opened the inn.
Oh, really? Have to manage finances and all that?
You have an inn?
Oh, yeah. I went home and started one up with my grandpa and little sis once the academy shut down.
How old is your... You know what? That's a dangerous question to ask. Let me stop.
Running a business like that takes a surprising amount of muscle. Sure, there's regular stuff like hauling things around, but you need brain power too.
I just had a thought. I'm sorry. We're gonna continue.
If you ever want to make a profit, you have to pay real close attention to keeping the books straight.
Yes, you do. Exactly.
I mostly let my sis handle that stuff, though. That muscle still needs more work for me. Which means I'm in charge of the cooking. But that has its own share of problems.
You can cook.
Yeah, it can be tough to find your footing when you switch jobs. Especially if you have to start doing things outside your wheelhouse.
I like that. You know, you have a certain amount of things that you be adept to, and then, you know, other things that would complement it.
Trust me, I've had my fair share of growing pains getting used to the army life. Everything's way different from how it worked with my merc groups.
Makes sense.
But don't you just fight? That doesn't seem so different to me.
Well, we got a command. Yeah.
As a mercenary, the only thing you're responsible for is yourself. Show up and do the job right, and you'll get your pay. But having soldiers to command, people I'm in charge of beyond just myself, that's a huge change for me. And there's way more to military work than just plain combat. Stuff like managing resources, making sure everyone has the weapons and armor they need.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm bad at math per se, but it's definitely not something I'm used to doing. And the more stuff there is to keep track of, the harder it all gets.
Hey, you're not so good at using your brain either. We're practically twins.
Nah, I didn't say that, Raph.
That makes us pals now, right? I've got your back. So you just keep on working hard, buddy.
Well, appreciate that.
Right back at you. Let's keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah, that was a good C rank. Okay. I've now gotten the C rank of... Well, you know, besides Linhardt, who I am starting to think about that. It'll depend on this next map when we see Ferdinand and Bernadetta. If they don't surrender and I end up having to take them out, then yeah, I'm definitely saving Linhardt's supports. But if we do bring them along, I don't know. I'm wondering. Because, maybe not them, but the Ashen Wolf should be my determining factor. I don't know, because things are different with this game. And the fact is, I know them all already, right? I've played Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude's routes. In fact, the people I think I know the least about, well, I mean, even Church of Sorrow's members, I've gotten to know them in bits and pieces, but not with each other. I still want to do that. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that, but I guess I need to make a decision soon before we get too deep into things. Because from the units we have right now, I wonder if we could even get everyone. Like, how would we even get somebody like the people who are in Dimitri's army, you know? We'll see. But, should we continue? Who does Claude have? Claude and Lawrence. Oh, that got unlocked. Yeah, let's see that.
Sorry for the wait, Lawrence. So, what is it you wanted to talk about? Ooh, don't tell me. Is it about a girl?
Would Lawrence ever talk to you about that, Claude?
No. I wish to discuss the consequences of your strategy at the Great Bridge of Murden.
Actually, I'm kind of interested in this, so yeah, let's talk.
Oh, that. If it's an apology you want, I'll say it as many times as I need to. Both to you and your father.
Why his father?
My plan left a cloud of treason hanging thick over the Honorable House Gloucester. I'm sorry, Lawrence.
I mean, you say that, but wasn't Count Gloucester gonna do that regardless? Like, if it was... I think Claude's being too nice here. Count Gloucester did that to protect his people. The way Claude made it seems like Count Gloucester was saying, I'll only fight if you manage to do this, that, and the third. So I don't know. For me, that's how it comes across.
Please, I have already accepted your apology. And besides, did my father not agree to your scheme? Luckily, my own person remains unsullied, and I will soon remedy the blemishes on my family name. You have my word.
Which, well, I do wonder, since Lawrence said that, it goes back to that whole loyalty thing. Like, would some people be too loyal to go against the armies? And if that's the case, then I can grind other supports with the team and them, but like, for example, Linhardt has supports with Leonie and Hilda. I can grind those, but maybe I should save the ones between him and Grape, unless they change per route, which could be the case.
If that's not it, then what do you want to talk about?
But I can't imagine that they would do much except, small word changes to make them make sense.
There is something I wish to confirm with you. A matter regarding the future of the Leicester Alliance.
Oh, really?
Can we really trust you, Claude?
What do you mean?
I have no qualms admitting that your work has freed the Alliance from a number of tight situations. And yet, I have never been able to fully place my trust in you. The same is true even now. Were it as simple as choosing to believe, I would do just that. But this situation makes me uneasy. Day after day, I find myself forced to rely on a man with unclear roots and even more unclear intentions.
Your tongue's as sharp as ever, Lawrence. But I can't say I don't get where you're coming from. I wouldn't trust me either in your shoes.
Again, I don't feel like this plan was the best example, because it seemed like he only did that. Like, I'm trying to weigh the... Like, if Claude said, yeah, Count Gloucester, just hold the bridge, would Count Gloucester even do that? And maybe that's part of what's going on here. Claude doesn't always say what he's really thinking. I don't as well. So might be saying that just to appease Lawrence, but from what he said, I truly do think he made that plan because Count Gloucester would not hold the bridge at all costs.
If I were you, I wouldn't let my loved ones touch a guy like me with a 10-foot poleaxe, let alone count on me to keep them safe.
But I would trust Claude at this point. Like, but granted, I do know it's hard because I've known Claude was an Almiran, or at least it seemed pretty obvious from our C rank, I think, even. So, though, I guess in Lawrence's case, if he did know that, it would make Claude even more suspicious, because you could say he's taken over the Alliance from the inside. But I mean, I can't fault Lawrence completely from saying that, I'll say that.
You are quick to disparage yourself.
Yeah, maybe I took it a little far there. I mean, I'm not that bad, am I? Still, I'm not all-knowing or all-powerful like the goddess is. There's no way for me to know what the future might hold.
Yeah.
Which means there's only one thing I can do. Stack my deck with as many cards as I can so we're ready for anything that comes our way.
And again, Count Gloucester's told Claude not to tell Lawrence. So it's more his father's fault, Because Claude would have told him, hey, Lawrence, here's the plan, here's what we gotta do. Like Cynthia's parents told her.
But on that front, the possibilities are kinda endless. No matter how many tricks I've got in my pocket, there's still this lingering worry I just can't shake.
Well, that makes sense. We're the weakest army.
That's what I meant by not being able to trust myself. I feel like I'm constantly walking this tightrope with no clear end in sight.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're just like, I don't even know if I can get all of us through this.
Lawrence? Are you even listening? If you were any quieter, I'd think you'd have died on the spot.
I am present, yes. I was just so shocked to hear you voice your anxieties that I struggled to find words.
He's not really trying to hide, I mean, he is hiding part of his intentions, but, you know, he's trying to be genuine.
Could this be another of your schemes? What do you hope to gain by deceiving me so?
Whoa, slow down there. You're the one who brought this whole thing up, remember? Kinda rude to react like that after I go and spill my heart out to you, don't you think?
Forgive me, it seemed to have lost my presence of mind entirely. I fear I may be entering a state of shock.
That makes sense. You're going through some growth, Lawrence. I see it.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
But it has to happen. I wouldn't have wanted them to remove those conversations, even though it is kind of going backwards, because I feel like that's important for Lawrence to understand Claude once again in these circumstances. Wait, what the heck just happened? I'm sorry? Well, let's continue. Since we're on Lawrence, why don't we go to Lawrence and Leonie?
Phew. Guess that's good enough for today.
Leonie, I should have known it was you making all this racket so deep into the night.
Isn't the training area far enough from the living quarters? And I do think it upgraded. I see the pole on the left.
Oh, hey Lawrence. Yeah, I usually get an extra session or two in by myself after everyone else finishes their drills.
That makes sense.
A good mercenary is always ready for battle, you know. There's no telling when one might break out.
So even your mind is as sharp as a blade.
You could say that.
Come to think of it, I was relieved to hear you had become a mercenary. And yet, pangs of guilt clawed at my heart.
Really?
Huh? Why? What's that got to do with you?
Quite a bit, if I may be frank.
Really?
Your home, Son, sits nestled firmly within House Gloucester territory.
It does?
Embarrassing as it may be to admit, I hadn't entirely realized that fact when we began at the Officers' Academy.
Okay, new lore.
But once the school shut down, I began to wonder what became of the students who hailed from our lands. I couldn't help but investigate further.
Uh-huh. And that's when you found out where I was from. What I'd been through.
Lawrence, is that because of your father?
Yes. As the heir to House Gloucester, it is my natural-born duty to concern myself with the well-being of my citizens.
Leonie is one of his citizens.
It must have been difficult indeed, scrounging up
Yeah.
the funds required to attend Garrick Mock.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I would hate for someone who has already been through so much to suffer any further hardship.
You could always, you know, like, I mean, it's already taken care of. Like, the funds have already been paid, but you could always just, you know, supply her the money that she used, and say it was like a scholarship or something, or a grant.
Well, some of the money we paid the church got back to us when the academy closed, at least.
Oh, that's something.
That's pretty much it. Not an ounce of help finding a job. And definitely nothing from the Count.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember who the Count really is.
So I started training, sharpening my skills as a mercenary. The rest was luck.
I am truly sorry, Leonie. Allow me to apologize personally, both as your former classmate and as a noble in my father's stead.
I think that's appropriate. Oh, wow.
Stop that. It's not your fault.
Say that too. My memory card's gonna be taken up after this.
I chose to leave my village. I'm the one who decided to try and make it on my own.
Well, yeah, but didn't everybody have to pitch in order for you to do that?
And I would have been protected by the nobility if I'd stayed in the village, right? But that's not the path I picked. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if more commoners start making decisions for themselves someday.
Makes sense.
You mean to say the nobility will become obsolete?
That's not what I said. There are plenty of people out there who still depend on you for protection. That's not gonna change.
Natural order of things.
At the same time, I don't think you could keep every commoner safe even if you wanted to. The time we're living through is proof enough of that. So I'm sure you'll get plenty more people who make the exact same choice I did. Probably not for a while, though.
An era of change at the heart of the nobility. commoners that are no longer content with just being commoners.
I'm here. That's just, if I could sit down, I would sit down. Let's go home. Because actually there is something there that I keep forgetting to do. I think this spot kind of works, don't you think? Looking through a window. So I was thinking, because that made me think about Edelgard and the war. And honestly, if you're new here, I am tired of talking about that. See, unlike everybody else, I've played like one route over the course of a year. I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses technically for like almost 3 years now. Or maybe when this video comes out, it will be 3. No, it won't be, but almost 3 years. And so I had longer to seep on things. I haven't had a break, you know? Just constant, ever since Edelgard revealed herself. So I want to just focus on my team, but Lawrence said something that is interesting to think about. So let's try to be brief. The idea of the nobility becoming obsolete because now commoners are starting to want to do things for themselves, because now they realize that the nobility can't protect them. It's just like, yes, that is a consequence of this war. I guess I'll leave it at that. That is a consequence of this war. I mean, of course, that was always, you know, one of Edelgard's selling points. Like, that's one of the things she's trying to do. And yeah, we'll end it on that. We got one last support to do. Oh, and it's Lysithea and Marianne's only support. Well, at least they have one. So actually, now I'm looking at it. So the furthest support that someone can have will be a spoken support. Cause I was like, why can't they just have an A rank or be in an A rank that appears later? I don't mind that so much, but Lysithea and Marianne, yeah, I don't bring them out together often, I think. So that works.
As I told you before, I do not have a crest.
Are you the same guy?
Why do you insist on hiding it?
No, you're
It
not.
can only mean your crest is somehow...
Please stop.
What's going on here?
Lysithea's coming to Marianne's defense?
Lysithea.
What were you saying about crests? Go on. I study them every day without fail, so this is extremely relevant to my interests.
That actually makes sense that you would do that.
I do hope you have proof of your theory, though. Spewing out unfounded platitudes will just lead to consequences you definitely don't want.
Are you speaking as a noble right now? Trying to throw your power around?
I might not look it, but I'm a general in this army.
You know, I was thinking when Lysithea got upset about being called a kid, how all the people she bodied would feel seeing that conversation.
Ah, well, we were just finishing our conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I mean, technically Marianne is too.
Thank you, Lysithea.
Not even technically, like it's an actual fact.
Think nothing of it. I stepped in of my own accord. You appear to hold a secret or two regarding crests.
Are they gonna keep it out in the open?
Well...
No need to answer. We all have things we prefer to keep hidden. Still, your situation hits rather close to home for me. Perhaps too close.
Yeah.
What?
So if you ever need assistance, don't hesitate to ask. We secret keepers need to hold strong with each other after all.
I can't remember. Did Lysithea ever confide in Marianne about her two crests?
Oh, and I'm not saying this because I pity you, but you clearly find your secret painful. In light of this, maybe I've been a bit too harsh on you in the past.
Oh yeah, I know exactly the scene she's talking about too.
My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me.
This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible.
Well,
You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you encounter.
Well,
Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense?
what I mean by Lysithea have her own way of doing things is she clearly cares. She's upset that Marianne isn't having more confidence in herself, but you know, she has a sharp tongue. Is that the method that they're going for? Like they're completing other supports?
oh no, you haven't been harsh at all.
Now she has. She 100% has.
I'm merely envious of how strong and level-headed you always appear to be.
You serious?
Uh-huh.
I never would have guessed you hold a closely guarded secret just as I do.
I'm not gonna tell you, if that's what you're after.
Why not?
Yes, I suspected as much. Still, perhaps you would be willing to hear mine one day? I feel like being around you gives me the courage to finally set it free.
We have to. You can't have supports around Marianne's crest and not get the sword. It has to be here. It has to.
I would be happy to hear you out, and also to help rectify the situation if possible.
Yeah, you will. Get Seraphim on deck. That's all we need.
I know quite a bit about Crests' scholarship. That fool talking to you earlier couldn't hold a candle to me.
Lysithea is so cocky, but again, she backs it up.
Thank you, Lysithea. I already feel a little bit braver.
I'll admit, I don't exactly mind that.
I'm offering you the full might of my assistance. I hope you can do better than a little.
I mean a lot. I know I'm going to feel a lot braver.
I do wish that had a bee. Or maybe it will appear, alright? And the sword is the key. But then when they just had a lock like this one. Oh dang, I almost can get B and A. So yeah, that's another thing. It confirmed then I don't have to wait. I can get as many supports. I can literally get all the supports if I wanted to. Which I mean, I do want to space them out, but if we get new units every map, and those units might have separate supports with others. Like, I of all people, Shamir and Balthus, that was not one I expected. But, which speaking of, I actually do have one more thing we can do. I guess I'll use it on meals.
Hunger is the true enemy.
And because I forget what I've told you all once again, but there's now a lot more benefit for me to. Ooh. I think the smart thing would be Marianne and Ignatz, but I also want to see Balthus and what Balthus and Shamir have. How close are they? Versus B. Okay, yeah. And yeah, do they have a line or something? I'm getting perfect quite often.
Hey, this is great.
Hey, my favorite. You sure know how to brighten a guy's day.
Someone knows my weakness. Thanks.
Your weakness? No problem. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I probably should have done Marianne and Ignatz. Oh, but no. It unlocked. Should I save it? Yeah, actually, Yeah, I haven't gotten any of Balthus' supports yet. Really, he has Lawrence. Don't tell me he's in his territory too. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait. But it's good to have. We'll try to get another episode with Balthus supports. Which I gotta go back and finish his and Hilda's now. And I haven't even seen his and Claude's. Balthus might have something very important to say about Claude and those supports, but... Okay. So now... all that's left is this map. I get a feeling once I complete it... Oh, I'm on hard mode. Wait a minute. Which, if I didn't show you that... Yeah, that's what hard mode does. It literally changes the level. It's 21. What level are we? I could make everyone 25 if I wanted to. Yeah, we're good. I want to give this map a shot, but I feel like I should be well rested. I'll wait. I got some things to edit. I hate editing. Well, this game in particular. Whoa, and that's right on the sea. Well, not the sea, the moon. Claude's Crest. It's positioned quite nicely. And they're by the sea. Or trapped by the sea, I guess. Yeah, because that's what we were doing. We were literally boxing them in. So, any help, the closest help they could get would be from, well, this direction. Because Galatea's Ingrid, and that's not happening. Oh, and I figured out what was the issue with this. I just needed to do this mission again. So, yeah. And I was able to get light the beacon, whatever that means. So, okay. What with that? Oh, and I also gave, I got some of the other weapons, like the blessed bow and the heavy spear. So, oh, and yeah, killer tome as well. But alright, I'm gonna call it quits for now, and I'll come back another time. Don't take for granted that you guys can play a game when you want to, and how you want to. Because, like, for me, this represents spoilers. You know, I have to literally stay and grind the same maps. Which, eventually, I probably will have to go on hard mode because I'll just be too overleveled. But, yeah. This has been great, as always. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. And now it is time for the question of the day, but before we begin, I want to speak quickly on the scene between Claude and Lawrence, or really the whole situation surrounding that conversation. Because it seems like they're trying to say that Count Gloucester joining the Empire was Claude's idea. I do get a bit more context in a later scene, but basically from what I see, they're saying that it was Claude's plan that if it got too bad at the bridge, Count Gloucester should surrender to the Empire, and then, once the Imperial forces are in an opportune position, attack them from both sides. But we know from Three Houses, especially from Lawrence's perspective, that his father is the one who wanted to join the Empire, either A, because, like he said in the Golden Deer route, it was inevitable, their territories were too close to the border, and so if they didn't surrender, then the Alliance itself would be caught up in the war, or B, like he said in the Crimson Flower route, House Gloucester had always had good relations with the Empire, so they just needed to show that they would be the victors, and then House Gloucester would feel comfortable about joining the Empire. Which do seem like two different takes, but they at least had the similarity in the sense of Lawrence's father was the one to decide this. But now with this, it seems like they're trying to say that all of that was a part of Claude's plan, which Crimson Flower did say that Claude was trying to feign neutrality. But I just thought that that was their interpretation because Lawrence didn't seem to think that, especially in the Golden Deer route. There's this whole conversation, if you forgot.
The Alliance is in complete discord at present.
Yeah, fix home first, then we take the fight to Edelgard.
And, as leader of the Imperial faction of the Alliance, isn't Count Gloucester, your father, the main cause of that discord?
Yeah?
Yes, that is true. It was inevitable. Our house's territory is close to Imperial land, after all.
That explains everything that he's been doing.
Had we not consented to vassalage under the Empire, they would have invaded immediately.
That's true. That's very true.
Naturally. And to be clear, I have no problem with your house maintaining its imperial ties until we're sufficiently prepared to revolt. The Empire is the cause of the infighting. If we rid ourselves of them, the situation should resolve itself.
If we had a more reliable leader, perhaps the Alliance would not have been divided.
Lawrence, stop kidding yourself.
Think what you will.
So the only thing that makes sense to me is, besides this game having absolutely no merit on the previous game, you know, I can't use any of it to think about what would happen in Three Houses. The only thing that would make sense with everything that they've said is that literally Count Gloucester never told Lawrence the truth, and Claude was trying to uphold his end of the bargain and not clue Lawrence in on what was going on. But then it begs the question, why even make this Claude's plan in the first place? Because Shamir mentioned something about Claude having backup plans, and this seems like the backup plan. Claude's like, okay, if you do end up joining the Empire, at least let us do this. If we manage to repel the Empire at Deirdre, will you come and join us then? I'm not so sure why they had to make it Claude's plan except for one thing, but I'll wait till this route progresses to see if I need to speak on that. But for now, let's get to that question of the day, and this I felt was a really wholesome episode. I love the way the supports are done, especially when they're incorporating so many different characters, and I feel like they're doing that because the routes may be more restrictive. And by restrictive, I mean, like, for example, certain characters have higher bonds with other characters instead of, you know, everybody can have the same bond. It seems more purposeful in how things turn out. So once again, I want to ask you all, for the question of the day, what was your favorite support? This might, like I said before, I might ask this question a lot because there are a lot of good supports, and I already can think of another episode in the future where I'm probably going to ask that there as well. But I just want to know, I want to know what supports you all like the most. So with that being said, please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.